Let's continue this descent into madness. I am I'm still kind of trying to figure out how exactly I'm going to wire the wireless send. But I did order some mail-to-mail turnarounds, so they should be here someday. I don't know when. Amazon's a little funny lately. Soldering iron and stuff ready. So here's I'm going to be putting this panel mount PML XLR on the in the patch panel. So putting the pillows back down, I'm going to drop the that autofocus is lame. Stop trying to bounce around. Let me get the get the pedal board up here. Maybe it'll stop bouncing around in a second. Could turn off the autofocus, but I think this will be okay. All right. So when last we left, I was taking the power supply out of there. I'm gonna have to drill in. I hope this battery's charged now. I have to drill in the power supply. Thinking I was going to turn it around, but I don't think so. So I put it all the way on the side here. And if I do that, I got to be careful because this is going to miss. Drill. Hopefully I know where these screws are. I've got plenty of screws around. Those are like self-tapping machine screws, so I actually may not have some, but we'll find it. Or I could just zip tie that sucker in. Where could I do that actually? Well, these two, those are the variable ones. I don't want to mess with that. Okay. Yeah, could I? You know what I could do almost is take this bar off and just hot glue it right here. That might. Well, that'd be really hard to get to the little power pieces. Yeah, that would suck. Okay. Let's not do that, but I think I could zip tie this thing. Boy, I am severely tempted to just hot glue this down. Where's the oh, see, that's not gonna work. All right. All right. Okay, so I gotta find a couple things here. Gonna have to find some screws. I do have a screw collection, so hopefully it's in there. A punch here. I do have taps. Here's a punch. I wish I had more space. This is extremely tight working quarters, but that's what I got. So that's what you're gonna see. Box full of screws. And I've bought self-tapping machine screws a million times in here, but it's not like I'm gonna find them. And of course, the smaller screws are gonna fall to the bottom here. Yeah, I could just tap the thing. I don't know how thick this is, but I would love self-tapping screws here for this. I'm really gonna shred my fingers up unless I pour this into something else. Let's see what I can do here. Oh, I think I see. Oh, these are computer screws. I think there might be some self-tapping screws in here. This is a computer screw set, but oh no, none of these are self-tapping. However, They might be enough to hold this thing in. I don't know. Let me try first to see if I can't find some self-tapping screws in here. These. Oh, there's more screws in here. Okay. A little more hot glue. Good. I was wondering if I had any. Screws that were in here are probably, that were on there are probably in here somewhere. That one isn't, but it looks like so. I may get a lot around. I may be okay with regular screws. Sheet metal screw. Honestly, you're probably okay with sheet metal screws. Can I try computer screws first? I'd like screws with like captive washers. That'd be ideal. I gotta remember this is where this hot glue is. Actually, I'm just gonna leave it out here in case I need it for now. Remind me that I put it there. See, the real trick is all these long screws. Get them out of the way. The short ones. All these springs are for me trying to make self-returning pedals. I think mostly. Also, they were for some of the early tremolo stabilizer experiments. They actually work, but I'm okay with the floating trim. I got to stop being such a tuning Nazi. Yeah, we're getting to small ones. That actually stick. I found a bunch of these. Here's a computer screw, so I'm gonna throw some computer screws over here. Computer screws might work. You got like the right kind of washer and everything. Kind of handy. Yeah, but I really want the machine screws with captive washers. Here's 4 identical screws. I think they're too short. Probably too long. There's not gonna be that much bite in here. To use that. Okay, so when I say self-tapping screw, it's something like that. It can be too big. I wonder if I didn't throw the screws that were meant for this in my guitar box. I doubt it. Really doubt it. That skinny, but computer screw with a washer on it. Computer screws are a little skinny. This sheet metal screw would work. I think I'm going to try computer screws. I'm just scared that if they're too wide, I'm going to blow it. See, I've got several like this. They're more like wood screws. So let me real quick see if let me see if I threw it in my guitar box real quick. Okay, so I think computer screws are going to be the first choice here. It's all identical. Yeah. One would be okay, but I think the computer screws will work. Yep. Okay. So the trick is going to be punching this thing right. Do, but skinny drill bit. But I got something that'll actually make it on this because I do have tap and die sets. I doubt I'm gonna have the right one. Might be too skinny, but let's see. I have no space to work in. Thousands of little screwdrivers I had when I was trying to find flatheads. same width the whole way. It's rather difficult. That's the problem with these computer ones. Like this one, I'd be able to screw this in. Gotta get a slightly bigger drill, and I got to get it exactly perfect. May have the right tap. It's a slightly bigger drill bit. Well, those sheet metal screws would work. Self-tapping screws. Well, I'm gonna look through these screws. That thing is, I know I have the somewhere. I'm screws in. It's gonna be under major pressure, but really need a graduated screw. Times when you're dealing with this kind of stuff, screw goes in once and you can't really get it out. Oh no, broke that off. All right. Well, that will really present a challenge now. Really lucky. I'll be able to crank onto this with some pliers and turn it out of there. Probably not going to be anywhere near that lucky. Danger of either I gotta move where I put this thing, or I'm just gonna have 3 screws in here. Okay, maybe I can get one size up on the drill bit. Go too far. Drill index. I do have a caliper set, but Man, what a bummer. Screw up. To have the right size. Tapping it, it may not work. Close to hot glue or zip tie the sucker down. That zip tie. Drill bit that was, it's too big. Wonder if I couldn't just what do I call it, dual lock it. Self tapping screws. This isn't where I thought I was gonna get stuck. No. Um, a bummer. This is not where I thought I was going to get stuck at all. That's what you get for starting with the wrong supplies. And knowing I'm sure I got those screws somewhere. That's the dumbest part. All right. Oh yeah, what were these screws? Man, I should have tried these first before I broke everything. I think that these are self-tapping. Well, maybe too big. Zip tie. Locating it, that's not going anywhere. Zip tie this. Oh man, I could just put the other power supply on here and be done with it. Let me think. The bummer that I don't have those screws, man. I know I do somewhere. Stuck them in a bag. I can't remember doing that. Yeah, I got a big self-tapping screw, but it won't fit those holes. That one will. There we go. Okay, maybe we're in business. That one's not going anywhere. This one's going to be a problem, but if I can tack down the other two, we are set. Okay, so do I have more screws like that? The question. Self-tapping screw? Yeah, it's crazy because I know I have a ton of self-tapping screws somewhere. Uh, yeah.
Board, what channel should we put click through?
Um, if you're playing Reaper, just turn up the tape return knob.
Yeah, but if we're going quarter-inch from another device.
Any of the ones I'm not used, so like I think like 8 on up or something maybe.
Roger that.
I think I got a needle there. That's not good. Is this the same kind of screw? Maybe. Throwing caution to the wind now. All right, where's the punch? Okay, cross your fingers. Honestly, these two, if they'll hold, should be enough to really keep this thing in place. For me, I'll put a third one in. Probably hot glue these anyway because I think they could back out. If I could screw right through that piece of brass. Charge. Ooh, yes. All right. You're in luck. If I can find some more of the screws. One of these needs to be 12 volts. That's how this works. You can see, hard to see, but this. Oh no! I just dropped a whole ton of screws on the ground. One is gonna be 12 volts. That's gonna be for the headphone amp. I'm gonna see. Maybe the Shure takes the 12 volts too. I think it can. It can go like from 9 to 12. But yeah, let's look that up in a second. It's kind of hard to use the keyboard. Got metal shards all over the place, which is not. These are all going to be 9 volt except for this one. I'm not going to use the first two because those are the variable ones. The one's going to be 12 volt, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever I need for the rest of them. USB power back down. Then I gotta put the USB-C for the Tonex one. I don't know if I want to take out the USB B or whatever for the main Tonex. One of these is for the Helix, and one of these is for one is just for the Helix, and one of these is for the Tonex one. There should be one for the TC electronic gate, and there should be one for Let's real quick look at the Shure GLX 16D manual. But I know it can take a pedal board supply. It's always worked fine on 9 volts, but I just want to see. I think this is supposed to be dropping screws into the pedal boards. - 9 to 15 volts. I'm just gonna leave it at 9. It's been working at 9. Just leave it at 9. Get the old power supply out of here. Get this stuff all back in the drill box. That's all the drilling for tonight. I'm gonna have to do a lot of what should we call hot gluing though. Maybe not. Maybe just zip tie. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of all these power things that are all daisy chained together. One. Actually, I think it's like one long. Plug them. Oh wow. Okay, so that one. These two are like stuck together. And I could probably move this gate. Could probably remove the receiver as well. Back down for now. Well, I don't really ever plug the USB into that um, TC Sentry gate. I did once to try and see if I could get a better response, but actually does pretty well just on the stock mode. So I don't really know that I need to plug the USB into it, but it's nice to have. The Tonex one I definitely need, but I could do that separately if I had to instead of putting it in the USB distributor. But if I can, I'd like to. I guess I should test. You ever notice that some USB-C cables work for stuff and some don't? So I should probably test to make sure that I got the right ones ahead of time. Okay, so that's the iSpot multi-power line thingy. Now I think for these two cables, they're gonna have to go to the Tonex one, which may reach down here. So got to get them to right here. Hopefully I got this right. Blue is this guy. Out, so that means the blue one. Oh no, there it is. Okay. I keep coming from then. Heavy. Woo! Ah. For the 18th century. Have this one up over there, maybe. Take it off of this. I need to add the USB-C for the Tonex, and I need to make sure that it actually works. So it would be horrible if I threw one in there that doesn't work. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's not ideal. Okay, this is power. That's right. So one's for the wireless guitar transmitter, and the other one's for powering the charging up the U4 system, which may not be in use because if I use that other wireless, but you know what? I'll have them both. So if one doesn't want to work, the other one will. I should probably fire up the hot glue gun. So I could probably get these guys here. So the trick is going to be where do I want to keep the USB stuff. So the bottom of the Helix has a pretty hefty amount of 3M dual lock on it. And instead of all this stupid hot glue, if I could dual lock this sucker down, man, I'd be set. In fact, right here, I could probably dual lock. The only thing is I do have to get power from here to here. So let's look at that first. This guy right here is a right angle one with the angleable thingamabobber. I don't want to do that. That right there. Probably should hot glue that. I'll worry about that in a second. I could put dual lock right here and get that USB stuff stuck down there and never worry about it again. Instead of it always popping up. Or I could dual lock. No, I can't dual lock it there. That's the spot right there. Down here, but that's gonna hit. Actually, are these USB ports gonna hit? This thing's on the ground. That's so if I do dual lock it here, are these sticking up too much? Crazy because this doesn't hit. Okay, so but I don't have eye lock. It is okay. The eye lock here. I mean, it's close. It's probably better if it is sideways like it was before. Fine. Love to just dual lock this thing down and not worry about it. What is this right here? Oh, that's the wireless receiver. Don't really want to glue to that. Change this to 90 degrees. Can't even get it in here where it used to be. Just like completely covered with hot glue. I'll put this in at 90 degrees. This thing's kind of stuck there. I think this might stick up too far when it's down here. I mean, it's cool where it is. It's just I don't know how it's going to stay there. Right here. Just to hold it in place. Hot stability. I'm gonna have to heat that thing up anyway. So hot glue gun. Okay, so USB-C. So I should test that. I had one that actually had dual lock on it, so I knew it was the used to be the one for Tonex one because I used to have it on here. This is the one for the Tonex pedal. I'll just keep it with it. I just saw the one that had the dual lock on it. I'd actually be over here. It's USB-C, but I don't know if it works. Let me plug this in. Gonna reach. So if this works, I'll be able to see it in the Tonex software. Some USB cables seem to work for power, and some and not data, and some work for both. So pop this up. Like software. But the one I know, the one had a dual lock on it. So if I go to librarian and it sees it, then we know we're good. Powering it, but it's not letting me open it in librarian. That's still good. Power only. Like I say, I know I got one that's got dual lock on it. And that one would definitely work. I just don't know where it is. USB. Yeah, I need to put these all somewhere so I'm not keep confusing them with each other. Got so many cables out here right now. Headphones. USB that I think works, but it's way too short. Like this is not going to work. Too short. Actually, maybe this one is long enough. Let's see. How many short ones? Oh, you know what? I might be confusing the USB-C with the one that's yeah. I do have dual lock on the one for the power supply for the wireless. Okay, so maybe I don't have a USB-C cable out here. That's good. Um, but I know I have one, so let me keep looking. Sorry, I know this is like watching paint dry. And if I had any sort of organization at all, I wouldn't be going through this. Funny, like I try and organize my pedal board, it's like crazy. Can't organize my life. Oh, I just had one. Oh, bro. Oh, yeah. Well, worst comes to worst, I could pull it off the pedal board and date it that way. I think that's all the cables I got up here to look through. I know I have some. I know I got a bunch at home because it's the ones the Focusrite interfaces need now, and it'll only work with certain ones. Just don't have any space. That's why it's very, very difficult. I think there's one down here. Oh, here's the USB-C right here. Okay, cross your fingers. Oh, woo! That's the one. Okay, there's the case. So to get that over to, I just got to have it so it's sitting. I can, I'll take it through here. Dual lock and cut it up and put it on there. Yeah, that is Kill Tuco, and if you remember me mixing that, yeah, that's the Ha 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 song. If they're just practicing, I don't know what they're playing a show pretty soon or something. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, so I'm just putting dual lock on this sucker. That way I can leave it sitting on here, and when I need it, just pull it. put it here. There's going to be some slack. That's the problem. Got to reach down here. Here, wrapped up. Silver paint mark. I know that that's about where that slack's going to be. Back off. Stick it on here for now. Still got some cabling to do, which is going to be coming here. Cabling to the in-ear receiver transmitter. And I'm going to need one from the female jack. Good to there. So I'm kind of thinking, do I take the headphone out and plug it into the left, and that's the one I'm normally going to use, blah, 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 and then I'll have a volume knob right here and the volume knob right here? Or do I take an XLR out, plug it into here, and then also take this, plug it into the right side? So I'm going to have to snake those cables in through here. They may not like each other because they're going to be right next to each other. That's kind of unfortunate. Or I could just leave one hanging down, and we're only going to use one at a time anyway. Let me get to there after I get the USB stuff. Remember, we got to use that special red flipped cable for this 12-volt one. They'll know how to tie it. Data. Tying these here. What did I just do with all those billions of zip ties? These right size, or are these too big? And do I spin that cable? I don't know. Should I be zip tying this before I tie the USB thing down? My thing is always like, what do you do with the extra cable? That's always tricky for me. Really don't know. The bummer here. Oh, never mind. That's not. Those stay there. guys. Tie you together right there. Those little sticky guys in there. Where are they? I got millions of them. They all fell off, but they don't stick on, even with the hot glue. Here's no, that one's in use. They got brand new ones here. The this tie holdy thingies. Just pull right up half the time. Run this one in through the top. Right? That slacks. That's my problem. Is what do you do with the extra? Especially with these flat ones. Looping it would be ugly. And you don't want it snagging, all your wires out or something. Not ideal either way. Like it'd be nice if there was something to cover all this. I could put another set of those things down here, there, tie them together. Okay, but too high there. Really don't want this stuff snagging on anything, that's for sure. I got zillions of these things, so. Pretty secure. What do I do with this cable? Oh, it'll be out of the way, but I'm gonna be able to get through. People here. I'll do it with this. Stay put. I have no idea. Probably a million things I could do to make that more secure. See what happens when I pull it down. Got these from the actual craft store. Maybe they're better. I don't know. They all work good. It's two major more things. So for me, I mean, it's major to me because I hate doing it. Gluing down this USB stuff, figuring out exactly how to route it and stuff. Um, these are the ones coming out. That one's going to the helix. This is the one in the power USB in. Separate these. So this, unfortunately, this is kind of going over this one, but I'm just going to leave that be for now. Loop this, kind of tie it off somewhere. Now here, tie it to cables that are actually nicely in here. Now in my new live sound stuff, I can kind of over under that. It's actually kind of nice. All right, the other. Glad this power supply's really locked down. That was stressful. Definitely stressful. Helix. We'll call it TC thing. Entry gate. So I'm going to give this one some whatchamacall, dual lock. I was putting dual lock on this. Kind of got to figure out where it's going to sit when it's up there. But like I say, I don't really use this one much. I don't want it to get confused with the ones for the U4. You know, for all I know, I'm not even going to use the U4 up there anymore. But I still need the power distribution for the wireless guitar wireless. So I'm gonna paint this guy silver. And then we have the one more, which is the one coming from here. Again, I have to leave this much slack. And this has to go to the third one right here. And there may be a fourth one later on if I put the Tonex, original Tonex pedal back on. Try and fish this around. And I know where the slack got to be. There. Zip tie this here. Black. Now, what do we do with the other part? We loop it here. Loop all this stuff. Then we got to figure out what we're doing with the power. That's going to get ugly too. Oh, tie this down to all the other stuff. That will be clean. I have two more to do like that, which I should probably zip tie them all at the same time, but all that in my head at once. Then we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, do I even have that many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yep, I do. Hopefully there's enough power in that thing. Well, the eye spot worked for it, so of course. Um, I gotta wrap up the helix one. Could put this underneath. Yeah. Okay. Now I can fix that other problem. I can wrap the helix up over here. I can wrap it up over here. Thinking about putting one of the 3M stickies right on the bottom of the helix. There, and I'm gonna put a sticky down here. There. Who I use the better. A little bit of slack there that I got to deal with, but it's nowhere near as bad as it usually is. So, and better. So, still got one here. About 20%. So I got to make sure that this will get that. Real close to noise gate, so it can be kind of tricky. Um, push plenty of slack right there. I'll zip tie it here. Not pretty, man. Oh, love to have one of those like professional pedal board builders coming. Oh, how solid this USB thing is. Okay, I can always put more hot glue. Still need the hot glue gun up. I definitely need the soldering iron up. See if there's anything else missing. Right back. Yep, right back. A bunch of problems with the Tone X1 that are making this kind of scary to do, but hopefully I've mitigated them. I'm stepping on all those screws that dropped out. Okay, so that seems pretty solid actually. Yeah, this is the cleanest I've ever done this, so that's a plus anyway. All right, so we got the power. Power has to get done, and then the two. One of it's this one, so that's gonna have to get rewired down. I was hoping I could flip this over and get everything else done, but no. Okay, let me find that red cable. The red one is the one that the flipper cable. I wish I had some end nippers. I have some smaller zip ties in here. Okay, I got to find the red cable, and then I got to make sure that all of these are actual cables from the pedal board, that actual Voodoo Labs ones. I don't know if there's any difference. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are all Voodoo Labs. Okay, let me make sure. That's a special splitter cable. Next one. Some of these are straight, some of these are right angles. I think it's going to be easier to do right angles. I do right angles on here. Is that going to get difficult? No, right angles are fine. Okay, so I'd rather have right angle to right angle, I think. Oh no, that's a good question actually. These all the same length. One's straight and that's longer. One special cable. I'll put the special one. I have a bunch that have like the other kind of ends on them, and I'm really not sure if they're the same company. If the long ones are straight to right angle, Wait, let me get this right. Okay, I need Tone X1. Actually, it's going to be Sentry. No, keyboard pedal, Sentry, wireless, Tone X1. Wireless or right angle or straight. I think right angle's better every time. Perfect. Find the rest of these. Like I bought this one Boss pedal board that came with some really screwy cables. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what these are. Okay, I'm not using these. You put these somewhere. Found the red one. That's definitely going here. Separate out the straight ones. Special one. Okay, this is the eye spot one. So that eye spot, I should just tie this to it because I know I have a bunch of special ones, and I don't know where I put them. Might still be in the guitar box. Man, where did I put them all? I know I had some other special. Oh, here's another special one. Some of these are current doublers, some of them are voltage doublers, I think. Putting all the special ones in this bag. I don't think I'll ever need them, but I know for line 6 ones, they said maybe they'll work better a certain way. Okay, so these guys, they're pretty short. I don't know that they're going to reach. So keyboard, oh, sorry. Keyboard is first. So that's not how I want to do. I'm going to do the 12 volt last. So that's going to be number 6. 8, 7, 6 is going to be the 12 volt. That's I think the power supply. Oh, it's on the other side of this thing. Ah, bummer. Okay. Bring it out to the end here. Put it through here. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Okay, so that's that one. The next one, next farthest one is going to be the next closest one. Going to be for the next one. And I don't know that this should be right angle or straight. I don't know what's going to be better. Put it here. Put it right through here. Just going to assume that it's going to be right angle. Okay. I can probably plug it in. I'll try that.
Oh, I don't like this, dude. Sorry.
Like I said, I got no space. I don't know which one's the right one. Think this is the right one? I'm sorry if it's not. Wow, sorry. Okay. Plugging this in for now, but it may not be. Maybe you should use the straight one instead of the right angle one. But for now, it's in. All right. Um, Not sure how this one's going to go. This is red on both ends, so you really knew this was red. That in a second. Okay, next is wireless receiver. Going to go under all this stuff. I'll get it through here. Those boots are in trouble. Um, did I miscalculate this? In-ear, Phone X1, wireless receiver, gatekeeper, synth pedal. Yeah, I think I'm off by one. Plug it, plug it. I'm going to change this one to Phone X1, um, wireless. This one's going to go through the same thing, I think, and that's going to the gatekeeper. So let me plug that in. May not need these straight ones.
Going.
Yeah, I don't know if this is better off. Oh, you know, I did this wrong. Contact support. We need a bunch of needle nose pliers and things. So many tools I'd love to have, but you know, first world problems, man. I was watching Tank the Tank the other day, talking about how horrible it was that merch managers were only making $200 a night. I'm like, man, how lucky we are to be worried that we're only making $200 a night, man. Come on. But you know, when the other people were making a fortune, it doesn't seem that fair. So I understand what he's saying, but first world problems, man. One more, and I don't know what this one's going to reach. This is got to reach the keyboard pedal, and I don't know. There's a lot of junk to route through here. Um, Hope that's nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna flip this over and take a look at how it'll all reach on the front side. Okay, so here's the keyboard one. That looks good. I could either zip tie it to some stuff or B. I could put one of them dual lock pieces down here and zip tie all these guys so they're not messy. But I still got to move this, so we'll worry about that in a second. These guys. Oh, okay, no, that was actually just the USB. Those I can't really zip tie, but black. So I should probably zip tie these cables down, but I'll worry about that in a little bit. That looks good. Okay, so here's a tricky one. How do I do this? Do I bring it all the way around down here? Go like that. Bring it right through the front. That slack. Okay, now this guy might be better off straight. All this, I could do some tie downs over here if I need. I need to take out some of that slack. Yeah, so we still got a couple wiring things to think about. So if I use the headphone send to get to here, it gives me a certain special kind of magical power. That does put another amplifier in the way. If I use the XLR one, is it gonna be loud enough? Because this thing could be mic level, it could be line level. I don't know what this thing can take. Can it take line level? Should I be sending mic level or line level out to the PA? I mean, some guys are going to complain about that. That'll screw this up. So if I use the headphone out for this, it will be independent, which is a good thing. But it does put another amplifier in the way. But then again, it gives me a volume control right where I can get to it. I don't know. I don't know the right answer for that. Sound quality should be worse if I use the headphone send. By how much? I don't know. Will it really matter? I don't know. Yeah, the XLR one kind of gives me pause because I can choose. Okay, like I say, I can give them line level or I can give mic level. Okay, is this thing going to be okay with mic level? Should we test that? Maybe we should test that before we get any further. So first, I'm going to tie this power down, and then we're going to do some experiments. And actually, we're going to find out if this thing actually works. So that's kind of important too, you know. Yes. Okay. So these guys have got to behave over here. Phones could just be a cable going straight across. Let me see right now if I have able to do that. Actually, I want to do XLR female to 1/4 inch for this for now, because I want to test that. I gotta take this cable off. I gotta unzip tie that. So let me do that because I'm gonna have to do that no matter what. And let me desolder that real quick. So let's get to that. Take that panel off. We're gonna have to solder one in, but I'm not gonna solder the new one in yet. Ugh. But I can desolder the old one. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, let me get my sponge wet. Be right back. Water sponge is wet. These glasses, I can't see what I'm doing. Bad. Old man. Not Rick Beato. I'm not yelling at clouds, but I'm getting there. Man, don't let me melt that power con. Okay, hold on. Let me get the old man glasses headset. Zip code. Go better with light. Tell me I didn't try that power con. That would be terrifying. Okay. I'm gonna have to cut some of this, which right now is actually, well, man, look at all the yucky looms, man. Ugh. But it's gonna make it worse right here. That's out of there. So again, we're gonna have to get two cables in here. I think I'm only gonna have to solder one of them, if I have to solder it at all. Yeah, I don't want any of these ever coming loose. But you saw how it was with getting the eye spot one out, so I don't really want to go too crazy. Come in, I'm blowing them in. Coming off, nope. Put a little bit on here. That's not that bad. I can tie that back down. So I'm gonna have to take this out. But for now, tie these up. Where should I tie them up? I'm not sure. Next one. Guys. Put everything together. You know, if I was getting over under good like all the sound guys do, I could do this very quickly. I'm getting there. I'm still not convinced that over under is the way to go, by the way. Should I put some more of those sticky pads down? Like I could zip tie them all. Ooh, that would be nice, right? Right here. Zip tie them all together. Then loop them. Maybe even put a sticky tie right there. Then do it. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Then from there, I can loop them and make them all nice. One down. Most of them, they don't really look like the proper amount of slack already. Might be able to slack these together. With all the orange zip ties. I'm looking right at them, right? Laughing at me? All right, well, whatever. I got others. Seriously, it just happened. Oh man, I'm still tripping out. Oh, right here. Okay. Okay. How much slack? I'm not looping that. I'm just zip tying it. I had a couple more places too. And yeah, I'm zip tying them before I test them. That's may not be the smartest thing. And I've built entire patch bays and before I tested pieces of it sometimes, and that's always nerve wracking. Sometimes you really don't have a choice. Now, the whole reason to use this power supply thing, well, one of the reasons, was to see if it gets so quiet that I don't need to use that noise gate anymore. Because it's really weird that I need that noise gate, honestly. Is the Tonex that noisy? I don't think so. I think it's the Helix's effects send. And I've tried it in several different ways, and it still seems to make the same type of trouble. So, that. Okay, this guy. Where's the slack for this? Not much, is there? Slack to speak of. Maybe just pull it through here. That's kind of ugly. Not really sure. Deal with that slack. Looks like I do right there. That's all the power. And then what we got to test is whether or not this guy's horrible on mic level. And then we got to test it for line level. I really don't know what's going to happen. Like, so it's probably safer to not let this be variable and just stick it in the headphone output. Honestly, that's probably the smartest thing to do. I used it that way the other night and it wasn't noisy at all. So maybe I should just do that. And because chancing it the other way is kind of asking for it. See what I got for a cable. I had a bunch more flat packs, but I don't know where they are. Could be in here if they're here. So, actually, might be in my live bag. There. I got so much to clean up. It's horrible. Should have some spare cables here. The short one. I do have some in my live bag, or my PA tech bag. That might be where they're at. So here's a one. Plus this George L cable. I might use this guy. XLR set. Oh. And I had a long flat pack cable because that's very clean. I think these are going to be too short. Definitely going to be too short. That's more. Pancake cables are okay, but really, I think the long flat ones would be better. Let's see. Let me see if these are long enough. No, see that's gonna do something weird with the left and right, I think. Yeah, I did use the headphones last night and it worked fine. Maybe it's a little bit noisier. I don't know. I didn't really hear any noise. Where I had more flat pack cables for this that didn't have an end on it. If it really had to, I'm not really sure what's going to happen with the balance cable on the input and headphone cable on the output. I know that when I used a 1/4 inch cable last night, worked fine. Long. I'll be right back. Let me go grab my live. cables I'm actually looking for are at home. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna quit for tonight. I got those cables at home. Really, all I got to do left is test and plug in 2 more cables. So I'm actually in pretty good shape. Um, let's test real quick though. Let's plug this in and see if things actually turn on. Probably gonna have to wire some cables up. That's okay. Powering up. Well, I mean, I had it plugged in all the time. I have no idea really how the current works on stuff. Which I did, scaring me the thing doesn't turn on. +2. This is, man, I don't even know what. Um, oh, okay. All right, my Stream Deck is completely rebelling on me right now. I don't know why.